Harshit Ias Study Circle, providing online video classes, English Medium. Courses for CSAT, Group 1, Group 2, SI, Constable, SSC, RRB, online exams. Download our mobile app in Play Store or contact 9676525789.
Good morning, friends. Today, after the existence of the India, next continuation, Indian physical feature. Indian physical features. Now about the Indian physical features. So, what about the physical features? So, the meaning of the physical features. Physical means geographically land. Geographically, features means landforms. Landforms. The shape of the landform. So, on Earth's surface, there are the four landforms. There are the four landforms. These are the landforms on the above of the sea level. From the sea level means there are on Earth's surface two bodies are there. One is the land body, second is the water body. So this relation in between land and also water body. So the above of the on sea level, the above of the sea level and land body, there are the four type of the landforms are there. There are the one is the mountain, second landform hills, third landforms plateaus, fourth landform plains. These are the four landforms on the surface of the rock surface. So generally internal structure of the earth which is constructed, which is composing with the different type of the rocks. They are from that rocks, they are the by disaster like a earthquake, by volcanoes, that there are the some of the material they are coming by the disaster towards earth's surface and upper layer. So they are coming to the upper layer. That volcano is composing in the shape of the landform, is formed on the landform in the shape of the mountains, hills, plateaus, plains. These are the four landforms on the rock surface of the earth crust. Internal structure of the, this is the generally internal structure of the earth as a three layer, is a earth crust, is a earth mantle, earth core. These are the three internal layer of the earth. So on upper layer, on the above of the upper layer, earth crust of the upper layer, which is a in the shape of the rock surface. On the rock surface, so there are on the rock surface there are the four landforms are there. They are mountains, hills, plateaus and plains. So these are the landforms on the at the surface. These are, if you want to see anywhere in any continent, in any countries, on the surface of the continents, there are only four landforms. So their first one is a mountains. Right. These are the mountains, the height of the mountains, the height of the mountain from sea level, which is a 900 meters more than 900 meters, that height of the mountains, which is called as a from the sea level, that is a mountain. So that height, maximum height more than 900 meters, sorry, minimum height more than 900 meters, maximum it will be up to any in front of you. So that mountains, that all sides of these mountains, that all sides of that mountains has a maximum slope from top to bottom, maximum slope, high slope. So this foot of this mountain, which is a area, it will be maximum area to compare to the top of the mountains. This mountain top of the area, it will be look like a sum of the plain, is a bottom of that mountain, that area it will be more area it will be covered. Its internal structure, which is a composing with the different type of the gravel. They are the rocks, mountain rocks, and also sand, clay, mineral, and also different type of the soils also, which is composing. That is a mountain, right? Second one is the hills. These are hills. We are seeing on the surrounding of in our district and our villages, our mandal also. So like this hills, that height of the average minimum height of these hills less than 900 meters, less than 900 meters, or 900 or less 900 meters or less 900. So this is from sea level, which height it will be same definition to the mountains. This hills also has all sides maximum slope as the top of the area, which has a smallest plain region is there, and bottom it will be has a maximum area will be covered. This internal structure as a different type of the gravels, they are composing internal structure. This is the definition of the hills. Now third one, plateaus. These are the plateaus, right? This is a plateaus, right? This plateaus, that height it will be more than 300 meters more from sea level, more than 300 meters from sea level. So this height it will be more than 300 meters, means that is that in the shape of the plateaus. So what about the shape of the plateaus means is a look like a trapezium shape, which is looking like a trapezium shape. So to compare to the top of the plateaus look like a plain region is there. To compare to the hills is a more plain region is there. To compare to the bottom region, to compare to the this is the some of the less plain is there. So to compare to the bottom area, top of this plateau, which has a some of the less plain region is there. So generally plateau's internal structure, which is a look like a this composing with the different type of the rock layers are there. So plateau means that internal structure of the plateaus, they are composing with the different type of the rocks in the shape of the layers. So this internal structure of the layer composing with the rock layer, and also maximum rock region is there. So in between the rock layer under the plateaus, maximum this composing with the minerals also availability in between the rock layer, like this minerals. These are the minerals are there. So like this minerals maximum under the plateaus in world, any country, in any country. So these are the rock layers, these are the rock layers, these are the minerals, minerals. So so on earth's on plateaus, on some of the, on the top of the plateaus, some of the areas, they are the, they have the some up and downs also is there, and some areas has a up and down like this. So like this, on the top of the plateaus, that under the that low level area is, that low level area will be filled with the rainwater. Like this, rainwater will enter into the low level areas on the top of the plateau. That water is look like a, in the shape of the tank, tanks. So in world, maximum tanks, biggest or medium and smallest, they are the, all are the tanks on the above the plateau, because of on the top of the plateaus maximum area is a, has a up and downs are, maximum up and downs are there. That that down area, that up and down area, this down area, that rainwater is entered into this down area, like this entered, that water is a, is that water body is called as a tanks, right? Like the tanks on the, under the low level areas, on the top of the plateaus. This is about the plateaus, right? Fourth one, plains. Plains. Plains means which height from the sea level, which height from the sea level, which is a less than 300 meters, less, up to sea level, up to sea level, up to sea level. See, now this definition of the plains, that plains height, it will be more than, less than 300 meters up to sea level. So this internal structure of the plain region, plain area, which is composing with the different type of the grind soil, grind soil. They are all type of these soils, or any type of these soils, they are under internal structure of the plain. So this maximum soils percentage will be more, very less, smallest to internal structure which composing with the rocks. So by this reason, this plain internal structure is maximum absorbed the water, that rainwater can maximum entered into the soils, entered into the plains, because of that grind soil can absorb the, has a capability, is observing capability, it will be more to compare to the plateau. So which landform has a maximum water observing capacity means plains. Which landform has a low water observing capacity means plateaus. That's why under the plateaus region, that internal structure of the plateaus region, which has a groundwater, it will be entered into the in depth. That's why the top of the layers as a become as a dry, because of the, they are the internal structure composing with the rocks. So these are the definitions of the landforms, right? Next after that Indian surface also has a four type of the landforms, and also Indian surface also four type of the landforms. Four type of the landforms. They are, first one is the Himalayan mountains. Himalayan mountains. Second is the Ganga, Sindhu, Brahmaputra plain. Third one is the Peninsular plateaus. Fourth one is the plains. These are the four types of the landforms on the surface. So this is the structure of the Indian map. On the Indian map you can see this. This is Indian. This is our India. Now see, first Himalayan mountains, they are extended northern side of the India. They are look like a boundary lines, is a biggest wall. This is Ganga, Sindhu, Brahmaputra plain. This is Himalayan mountain. This is Ganga, Sindhu, Brahmaputra plain. This is the third one is the Peninsular plateau. Fourth one is the coastal plain. Coastal plains. There are the coastal plains. These are four type of the landforms on the earth surface. So I can explain about that on Indian surface from top to down. So on the Indian surface, they are on the northern side of the India has a maximum snow Himalayas, and southern side of the Himalayas, which is maximum plain region is there. Because of that plain region is composing with the alluvial soil of Himalayan rivers, they can deposited on this surface. Next, after the Ganga, Sindhu, Brahmaputra, the southern side of that plain, which is one of the important plateaus there. This is Peninsular plateau. Because of three sides water, there are the covered with the water. That's why which is called as a peninsula. So the surrounding of the peninsula which has a parallelly from north to south. This side is the west coastal plain. This side east coastal plains are there. So now about the Himalayan mountains. Now about the Himalayan mountains. So these are Himalayans. The in world highest mountains in world Himalayans. In world youngest mountains Himalayans. So in world highest and youngest fold mountains Himalayans. Fold mountains. Fold means that Himalayans internal structure which is in the shape of the folding method there are there. That's why these are called as a fold mountains. Which mountains in world highest fold mountain means Himalayans. Which mountains are youngest in world means Himalayas. Which mountains in world from the sea level highest means Himalayas. Like this here, three importance here there. World highest, world youngest, in world highest fold mountains means Himalayas. And also in India also highest, youngest fold mountains also which is called as. So the Himalayas, the total area of the Himalayas, the area of Himalayas 5 lakhs square kilometer. This is the area of the Himalayas. The length of the Himalayan, the length of Himalayas 2400 kilometers. So the width of the Himalayans is a 300 to 500 kilometers. This is the maximum width of the Himalayan mountains. From here, the total length of the Himalayan 2400 kilometers. So maximum width in Ladakh and Jammu Kashmir 500 kilometers is a very less. It will be in Bhutan is a 300 meters. These are the maximum. The shape of the Himalayan mountain shape. They are the shape of the Himalayas arch, like a semicircle shape. And also in world highest snow fields, they are Himalayans. Because of Himalayans, they are complete covered with the snow. Why? Because if you want to go to the snow field, maximum freezing stage on the above the snow. Because of these are Himalayans like this. Total length of the Himalayan 2400 meters. So average height of Himalayans 5000, more than 5000 meters more from sea level. Now see the height of the Himalayan 5000 meters more from the sea level. So these are the Himalayan mountains. The average height 5000 meters means 5 kilometer height. So now from the sea level. So to go to the skyward from the surface, that gradually temperature will decrease up to 1 kilometers. To go to the skyward, 6-degree temperature will be reduced. By the calculation of the 1 kilometer to go to the skyward from sea level, 6-degree temperature will be decreased. Due to this reason, gradually on the earth surface average temperature 18-degree temperature. Gradually to go to the skyward, the temperature is reduced up to 1 kilometer, 6-degree temperature. So on earth surface average 18 degrees centigrade. So the average height of the Himalayans 5 kilometers. 1 kilometer 6 means 5 6 30 degree. So how much temperature is reduced means 30 degree temperature is a reduce. 30 degree temperature reduced up to the Himalayan. So here 30 means nearly here 12 degrees centigrade, which will be in minus. B is a on the top of the Himalayan mountain there are a minus 12-degree temperature is there on the top of the Himalayas. So in presence of the minus degree temperature on the above the Himalayans, they are in minus means at minus degree temperature, any place of the that area which covered in minus degree minus 2, that area will covered with that area can get the snow rainfall. By this reason, on the top of the Himalayan 12 degree minus 12 degree temperature, so in presence of the at 12 degree temperature, this Himalayans, they are every day is getting the snow rainfall like this, snow rainfall, which get the snow rainfall from skyward. So by this reason, this Himalayans, there are the Himalayans, they are getting every day snow rainfall, snow rainfall. So by this rainfall, these are the Himalayan mountain, they are complete covered with the snow field, is covered with the complete snow. Is a some of the snow, it will be very hard bond like this, very strong ice. From that rivers are taken the birth, right? This is about the some of the Himalayans. Next, these are Himalayan mountains, they are the youngest in India. So now these are 5 lakh square kilometers area, snow area. Himalayans, they are divided into the 4 regions on the basis of the height. On the height, by the height, Himalayans are divided into 4 regions. So on the basis of the height, Himalayans divided into four regions. These are the 4 regions. They are first one Himadri, Himalayan mountain, Himalayan mountains. Second is the Himalayan mountains. Third one is the Shivalik hills. Fourth one, Trans-Himalayan mountains. These are the mountains, right? These are mountains mean more than 900 meters. These are also mountains, but here these are called as a hills, means less than 900 meters. These are also mountains. So now about the Himadri, I can go for the Himadri. So on the basis of the diagrammatical, here right. Now first one is the Himadri. These are the Himadri Himalayan mountains. This is a Sikkim. This is a Himachal Himalayan mountains. This is a Shivalik. Third one, Shivalik. Right. This first one, Himadri, Himachal, Shivalik. The upper area, this complete area is covered with the 4th region. These are the diagrammatically 4 regions there are. Right. Himadri Himalayan mountains. Right. So Himadri also 2,400 kilometers length. Same So these are the total length of the Himadri, 2400 kilometers, and also these are the height. The height of the Himadri is 6,100 meters from sea level, average 6,100 meters. So to compare to the remaining Himalayas, these are complete covered with the hard snowfield, hard snowfield, snowfield, very terrific snowfield is there, hard. So this is a strong high snowfield is there. So this Himadri height, it will be more than 6,100 meters. In Himalayas, complete Himalayas average height 5,000 meters. These are the average height 6,000 meters. To compare to the average, this Himadri which has a more height to compare to the complete Himalayas. So due to this Himadri maximum, the snow is complete area will covered by the snow rainfall, means high snow, some kilo, some meter, some nearly there are on the Himadri more than 500 meters, more than 500 meters. The top of the Himadri is covered with the snow. Maximum internal structure is complete with the snow. So when suppose in atmosphere that gradually pollution is increasing, gradually pollution is increasing. So that pollution gradually like this increasing in atmosphere, that carbon dioxide, that gases means poison will be gradually increasing on the above the Himadri also. So in presence of the carbon dioxide increase, gradually that Himalayan snow will be gradually is coming from the melting stage to downside. So gradually this Himalayans are complete, Himadri will has complete snow will convert into the water. That sea level of the Indian coastal sea level, it will be nearly 6 meters are they coming up to the coastal line. So this when this 6 meters that water is entered into the land body, means coastal area, that coastal lines, that so many reasons, they are the so much assets and lives, they are the is become as a loss. So Himadri is a very dangerous snow is covered, right? This Himadri, like this Himadri, they have the on the top of the Himadri, they are complete covered with the snow. On the top of the some of the top of the areas like this, these are the glaciers are there. These are the glaciers. From the glaciers, there are involved highest number of glaciers on the above of the Himadri. What about the glacier? Glacier means that is a one type of the snow, hard snow born ice pieces. So that snow is they are the very hard snow pieces like this, like in our fridge they are we are seeing the ice pieces like that. So these are the snows, glaciers. They are more than kilometers, more than some meters of the length, some meters of the height also is there. So from each and every glaciers, any one of the river is a so many rivers are take, but each one of the maximum rivers and water streams, they are coming, that melt water, after melting that water is coming towards the Ganga, Sindhu, Brahmaputra plain with water. That streams gradually after coming towards this plain, that in between that so many streams, they can merge into one of the points. That from that point there are the rivers, major rivers are they taken the birth. So like this, so many rivers, they are coming from the glaciers. So glaciers are the birthplace of the rivers. On the above of the Himadri, so many rivers are taken the birth, like Ganga, Yamuna, Sindhu, Brahmaputra, and also Gandak, Kosi, Ramganga, and Gagra, Gomti. Like this, so many rivers, they are coming from the Himadri towards this plain. So they are coming with the water, that rivers are coming with a different type of the gravel, like a high fertility soils. Like a high fertility soil, pebble soil also is coming, and also clay, minerals, they all are the coming with water towards this plain. So this plain is in world, in India, is a biggest high fertility soil region, because of which is formed by the Himalayan rivers. They can bring the different type of the gravel, that gravel deposited on the top of the this plain. That's why this is a depending on the, this fertility will depending on the Himadri. So there are so many glaciers, there are so many rivers, and also top of the Himadri there is a some of the peaks also is there. Peaks, like these peaks are there. So in world, highest peaks, they are on the Himadri. Peaks means they are on the top of the mountains. That peaks edge is a foot will be on the top of the mountain. So from the mountain, on the top of the mountain, there are the so many peaks are there. So that peaks also in world, highest peaks which are on the Himadri. So Himadri is one more importance of the Himadri. So on Himalayan, so many passes also is there, like this passes. So like this passes. Pass means that one type of the transport way. The transport way which is constructed in between the mountains. So the transport way which is constructed in between the mountains to go to the north, to go to the south, they are the to transport to the railways and roadways, and also other transport also is go through these passes. So these passes are very, very important. They are some of the passes. They are the international passes also says that Indian passes are there. Some longest passes are there, medium passes, shortest passes. Passes means that they are the one of the transport way, like a railways also that passes from this pass, and roadways, national highway also constructed, and also bus route also is there, and so many cars, buses like this. There are the so many transport ways, transport system will enter from this passes to up to down. So these are the passes, like this passes, right? Himadri has a importance, is a four important piece here. Himadri here, four type of the factors are there. They are the importance of the glaciers, the birthplace of the glacier. From that glacier, rivers taken the birth. On the glacier above of the Himalayas, there are the peaks also is there. In between the Himadri, there are passes also. They are constructed by the government or natural also. They are the formed. So there are involved highest peaks. There from this there are the so many river Ganga, Sindhu, Brahmaputra, Yamuna and Ganga, Kosi, like this so many rivers they can take in the birth on the Himadri. Right. Right now about the peaks. They are the peaks in world highest peaks on the Himadri. Right now first one Mount Everest. Mount Everest peak, which height it will be 4,450 meters. So meter height. So recently with height it will be 2 meters. That height is gradually improves. At present height is this much 8,450 meters, which height, which is in Nepal, which is in Nepal. Why? Because there are these so many peaks they are on the above of the Himadri. So maximum peaks they are in Nepal, because of this is a Nepal, this is Bhutan. Right. Now this center point of the Himalayan mountains, the center of the Himalayans is in Nepal. So there are every day on the under this Himalayan mountains there are every day they getting the earthquakes. So here in Himalayans there are the one of the number of times they are the Himalayans are the trembling means they are the earthquakes. So in an Himalayan belt they are the maximum damages in Nepal because of the by earthquakes, because of the center of the Himalayans they are in Nepal. So these are Himalayans, they are extended in Pakistan, Afghanistan, India, China, Nepal, Bhutan. These are countries these are Himalayans extended like this countries. So this Mount Everest, which is in Nepal, which is called as a Sagar Mata peak also, which is called only in Nepal. So Everest is one of the mount climber name, Everest. So that first Everest is given the complete information about the Everest is given by the Everest is a person name, so which is on the name of the Mount Everest peak. So this is in world first highest peak in world according to the height. Second is the K2. This is called as a Gadwin Austin also, which is called. Right now see K2, which has another name Gadwin Austin. So these are the Karakoram mountains. This is a K2. This is K2, which is on the Karakoram mountains. Karakoram mountains, which is on the Karakoram mountains, K2. So generally this area which is under the Pak occupied Kashmir, which is under the Pakistan, means in Pakistan region. So this height of the 806.11 meters from sea level. So this is the Gadwin Austin. These both are the mountain climber, that the name of the scientist. So on the name of these two person, this K2, which is called as a Gadwin Austin, generally K2. So this K2, which is on the Karakoram mountain, Karakoram mountains. This Karakoram mountain generally, which is extended Pakistan, Afghanistan, India and China. So recently which is given the one of the questions from Karakoram mountains in Telangana group 2. So these are the mountains, they are extended longest in which country, means they are in from India. So Karakoram has maximum length in India. So the length of the Karakoram maximum in India. So this is the involved K2 second highest peak. So in India, which is first highest peak in India, but it is the under the POK, means under Pak occupied Kashmir. So this is the second highest in India. In world, in India first highest in India. Right now third one. Now third highest in world is a Kanchanjunga. Kanchanjunga peak, which is in India, means which is in Sikkim, like this. This is Everest, this is K2, this is Kanchanjunga peak, which is the height of this Kanchanjunga 8598 meters from sea level, this height. So this Kanchanjunga in world third highest in India, second highest, but in Indian territorial region the height of the Kanchanjunga 8598 meters, world, which is in world third highest, in India second highest, but under interior, under the Indian territorial region is a Kanchanjunga is first highest region. This is about the Kanchanjunga. Right, fourth one, Manuslu peak, which is, this is in Sikkim. Right, Manuslu, which is in Nepal, like this. Manuslu, like this, Manuslu. Right, next one, Dhavalagiri peak, which is also in Nepal. Sixth one, Nanga Parbat peak, which is in Jammu and Kashmir, like this, which is in Jammu and Kashmir. Seventh one is a Annapurna peak, which is in Nepal. This is also in Nepal, like this. So any one of the place. Right, eighth one, which is a Nanda Devi Nanda Devi Peak, which is also Nanda Devi, which is in Nanda Devi, which is in Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand. Namcha Baruwa Peak, which is in Arunachal Pradesh. Next one, Kamet Peak, which is in Uttarakhand, right? Like the Jammu Kashmir, Arunachal Pradesh also one of the peak. Namcha Barwa. So these are some of the important peaks according to the height. These are in world highest peaks. So next passes. Next on Himadri, there are so many passes are there. That name of the passes. So passes means passes means transport way between the mountains. Transport way between the mountains. Between the mountains. Passes, important passes. Right. There are in India so many passes are there. Some of the passes, oldest passes, some of the biggest passes are there. So international passes, national passes also there. So Jammu Kashmir has international passes. Jojila, Burzila. These both are the passes. They are in Jammu Kashmir, oldest and longest international passes. These are like this. These are like these passes. That passes, they are in between India and Pakistan and also Afghanistan. So that passes maximum transport network is going to India, Pakistan, Afghanistan. So these are the Afghanistan, Pakistan, India. In between these three countries, these are the two international passes. From these passes, so they are the export and imports, and both export and imports. They are going from these passes through the roadway. So by this, historically, they are the Arabs, Delhi Sultan, Mughal empires, like this. That's from Central Asia. There are so many Muslims and other Christians and Zoroastrians, and also like this, so many different religion peoples entered into the India from these two passes. So Aryans also, Aryans also, they can enter from this passes historically, which is very famous pass. So second is the Himachal Pradesh. From Himachal Pradesh, which is passes are there. Baralapcha Pass and Rohatang Pass and also Shipkila Pass. These are the three important passes. They are in Himachal Pradesh. So here Himachal Pradesh, they are like these passes. They are national passes. Here one of the international passes is there. This passes is the Baralapcha passes, which has the transport way to the China, India. So Baralapcha Pass, which is international passes in between India and China. So these both are the national passes. They are in only roadways to go to the Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh. These are the passes maximum utilized in the country. So the next third one, Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand city, district, state also. State. So in the state, Nitila Pass, Thagula Pass, Lip Lake Pass. So these are the important passes. So in passes like this passes, these are the Lip Lake Pass. So this Lip Lake Pass recently highly controversial in between India and China because of this Lip Lake is one of the places there. This place is occupied by the China. So this Lip Lake Pass is one of the place which is a maximum which is in India, but recently Nepal is showing in national maps this Lip Lake it will be belongs to our. So this is a controversial pass, the controversial place in between India and Arunachal Pradesh. India and China. So there are the fourth one, Sikkim. In Sikkim country, in Sikkim state, Nathula Pass, Jalapula Pass. These both are the passes. They are in Jammu, Sikkim. So from this pass, they have the trade. From here, trades are going from between China and India. But recently, the China is demanding both are the passes. They are belong ours mine. So this Sikkim is these passes. They are China is demanding to. China is demanding to they are creating so many controversial to occupy these two passes, right? In West Bengal, there are the Darjeeling Pass, right? Next, in Arunachal Pradesh, Bammidala Pass, right? These both are the Bammidala Pass, which is in Arunachal Pradesh. So these are some of the important passes. They are on the above of the Himadri. So next after Himadri. Next, Himalayan mountains, right? Second after Himadri, Himachal. Himalayan mountains, right. Now about the Himachal mountains, these are the extended southern side of the Himadri. So in Jammu Kashmir, some of the area which is in northern Punjab, extreme northern Punjab, and Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. These are extended in the like these states. So the length of the Himalayas as usually 2400 kilometers. These are height. These are the average height, which has a 4500 to 4000 sorry 4500 meter to 3800 meters from sea level. This is the height of the Himachal. So now you can see here differences in between Himachal, differences between Himadri and Himachal. Himadri mountains, they are attaching like a chain. Attached mountains has no broken. So Himalayan, they are complete broken like the chain. They are the broken into the group of the mountains. So Himachal complete broken mountains. So these are the detached mountains, but not attached mountains. They are the group of the mountains are there. So that group of the mountains, they are called as a range. Range means there are some mountains, they are connecting like a group of the mountain, is a parallel group of the mountain like this. So like this chain, which is called as a range. So on Himachal, there are so many ranges in Himachal. Some ranges are look like a longest, some ranges they are looking like a longest, some of the smallest, some of the medium size of the ranges are there. So on Himadri there are this is a very longest range, one of the longest range. There are the importance of the longest range, that some of the important ranges, they are the Pir Panjal range. Pir Panjal range. This is the Pir Panjal range. This is Pir Panjal range. So which is in Jammu and Kashmir, which is complete located in Jammu Kashmir, which has the length of 400 kilometers. On Himachal, this is a longest. So longest. So this internal structure, which is composing with the gneiss rocks, and also which is with the limestones also is there, right? Pir Panjal is longest. Here in between Pir Panjal Himadri, in between Pir Panjal and Himadri, in between one of the valley is there. This name of the valley, which is called as a Kashmir Valley. This Kashmir Valley is in India deepest valley. This Kashmir Valley, which is deepest valley in India. So that valley which extended in between Himadri and Pir Panjal in Jammu and Kashmir, right? This is the Himadri. This is Pir Panjal. Himadri, Pir Panjal, right? In between valley is there. This name of the valley, Kashmir Valley. So is a deepest valley in India. generally which is called as a heaven on the earth. So is a heaven is a like a swargam also is called a heaven on the earth surface, which is called as a Kashmir Valley. So this Kashmir Valley, on that Kashmir Valley in India, first two longest freshwater lakes are there. In India, lakes are two types. Generally, lakes are two types. One is the freshwater lakes. There are the saltwater lakes. So, example, longest is a Ular salt freshwater lake, Dal. These both are the first, second biggest. In India is a longest, biggest salt lakes. They are the Sambar, Didwana. These both are the biggest lakes in India. So this Ular lake and Dal lake, they are on the Kashmir Valley. This is the Ular lake, and in Ular lake, from this Kashmir Valley, one of the river is passes. This name of the river, Jhelum river, which is passes in between the Imadri, Pir Panjal from Kashmir Valley. So on the bank of the Kashmir Valley, one of the lake is there. This name of the lake, Ular Lake. So this is the in Jammu Kashmir has two capital. One is the Srinagar, second is the Jammu. Srinagar, which is on Kashmir Valley, this is Srinagar, which is on the bank of the Jhelum river. Ular lake also, which is on the bank of the Jhelum river. See, Ular really formed by the Jhelum rivers. So generally is a one more capital, Jammu. This is the Jammu Kashmir. This is Jammu capital. This is Srinagar capital. This is Srinagar is a summer capital. Jammu is a winter capital. If we want to go to the Srinagar from Jammu, is passes compulsory from one of the pass. This is the one of the pass is there. This is the this name of the pass. From this pass, which is passes one of the national highway. This is a national highway which is called as a National Highway number 1A. This name of the pass, Bunny Hall Pass. From this pass, this one of the national highway has constructed by government, National Highway number 1. By the National Highway number 1, this both are the capitals like Jammu and Srinagar, both are the connected. So this both are the connected by National Highway number 1, which is constructed from Bunny Hall Pass. So if we want to go to the Srinagar from any countries, from anywhere in country, from Kanyakumari, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Mumbai, Kolkata, from anywhere, if we want to go to the Srinagar, there are only one of the way to go to the Srinagar. That name of the way is the Bunny Hall Pass. So that's why Bunny Hall Pass, which is called as a gateway of Srinagar. This which is given the so many times in previous examination, and also number of time it will be. So this another name of the Banihal Pass, gateway of the Srinagar, because of from anywhere on the earth in India, so to go to the Srinagar there are only one of the pass, that is a Banihal Pass. So due to this gateway of the Srinagar, right. What about the importance of the Kashmir Valley means, which is a, what about the importance of the Kashmir Valley means, this is famous for the fruits cultivation, fruits, and also there are the example, which type of the fruit means apples, and also strawberry, and also India is the one of the important state country. From India there are the saffron also cultivating. So there are the rare flowers is a different type of the flowers, they are also here cultivating. This is the importance of the Pir Panjal range. This is the importance of the Pir Panjal range. So this is the, so in India there are, in India is a one of the highest hill station is there, highest hill station. The name of the hill station was a Gulmarg hill station, Gulmarg hill station. So this is on Pir Panjal range, this is on the Pir Panjal range, this is Gulmarg hill station. So this Gulmarg hill station, this is in India highest hill station from the sea level. So now this is about the Pir Panjal. Now I can go for the next Dauladar range. Now next to go to the Dauladar range. Dauladar range. Next after Pir Panjal, second one is the Dauladar range. Dauladar range. Dauladar range. Right. Second range, Dauladar range after Pir Panjal, which is in Himachal Pradesh, second longest range on Himalayan mountains. So this Dauladar range, which is in Himachal Pradesh, is a capital of the Himachal Pradesh, is a Simla. This capital of the Himachal Pradesh, Shimla. These are this Dauladar will complete that located in Shimla capital. So Dauladar, which is a very famous for the hill stations. Second is the valleys. There are important hill stations. They are constructed like this on the slope of the Dauladar. Like this, these are the hill stations. So here, Simla hill station is the next Dharmashala hill stations, and Ghantasala, Child, Kulu hill station, Manali hill station. These are the important hill stations. So here some of the valleys are there. They are the Kangra Valley. Second is the Kulu Valley. Third one is the Manali Valley. Manali Valley. These are valleys, they are very famous in Simla apples, in production of the Simla apples and also Simla strawberry. Like this, fruits are cultivating. So, importance of the hill station, these are famous for the tourism purpose. These are very important. There are the from so many countries, they are the tourists are they coming towards the India to enjoy the tourism spots in Himalayas. Right, next after Dauladar, third one is the third one. This is Pir Panjal. This is Dauladar. Here one more is there. That is a one more Mussoorie range. Mussoorie range. Mussoorie range, which is in Uttarakhand. That is Uttarakhand is one of the important pass, generally which is called as the queen of the Himalayan mountain. Queen of Himalayan mountain. Himalayan mountains. So queen of Himalayan mountains. So, which is a famous for the hill station. Here also, which is also on the slope of the hill stations are there. Side check. The name of the hill stations, Chakrata. Chakrata. Second is the Ranikhet. Ranikhet. Third one is the Badrinath. Badrinath. Fourth one is the Kedarnath. Fifth one is the Yamunotri. Sixth one is the Gangotri. Gangotri. Seventh is the Mussoorie Hill Station. Seventh one, Mussoorie Hill Stations. Mussoorie Hill Station. Seventh. Mussoorie Hill Station. Mussoorie Hill Station. Mussoorie Hill Station. And also eighth one is the Kulu Hill Station. Sorry, right. These are important. These are very important hill stations of Himachal Himalayans. Right. This is now fourth one is the Mahabharat range. Mahabharat range, which is in Nepal. Which is in Nepal, like this. This is the Mahabharat range. So fifth one is the Naga Tibba range. This is a Naga Tibba range, which is in Sikkim. Now, next after that, Himachal Shivalik hills are there. As another name of the Shivalik hills, Outer Himalayans. Outer Himalayan hills. Outer Himalayan hills are there. So, this height of the Outer Himalayans 600 to 900 meters average height from sea level. Height from 600 to 900 meter from sea level. These are the Shivalik. These are Shivalik. They are some areas as some in states they are look like ranges. Some regions they are the maximum length of the connected the is a parallel lines. So these are Shivalik. These are formed by the Himalayan rivers like Yamuna, Ganga, Gandak, Kosi, like this. Himalayan rivers, they are entered into the coming from the Himadri through Shivalik. So when that Himalayan rivers they can coming to us, that Himalayan rivers can bring the different type of the gravel like the alluvial soil and sand like this clay mineral. They all are the minerals are deposited at the place of the Shivalik. So at that place of the Shivalik, once upon a time they have the one of the valley. So that valley gradually filled with the different type of the high fertility soil by the Himalayan rivers. Like this gradually this valley gradually coming towards the upward gradually by the river gravel. So like this up gradually is coming that valley. So like a formed in the shape of the hills. So means this in Shivalik hills, they can internal structure which will be composing with the alluvial soil, some of the Himalayan rocks. They all are in the shape of the deposited in the shape of the hills. So this internal structure is a composing by the Himalayan. These are Himalayan rivers material, Himalayan river materials. So that Himalayan river material is shape in the, is deposited in the shape of the hill shape, right? In the shape of the hills. So in between Himachal Shivalik, in between there are the some of the valleys are there, narrow valleys. Here like this valleys are there, like this valleys. That valleys, narrow valleys, they are the deposited with the high fertility soil by the Himalayan gravel. So in the shape of the valleys, that here that valleys, they are the small narrow valleys filled with the high fertility soil from they coming from the Himalayan rivers. So like this valleys here they are called as a dunes. Dunes. That name of the valleys in between Himachal Shivaliks, they're called as a dunes. Dunes means high fertility soil. They can deposit in the shape of the valley shape. That high fertility soil like a alluvial soil deposited. So in between Himachal Shivalik, this between that valleys, they are the is a maximum agriculture region in different states. That different states, right? Here important dunes. Here important dunes. They are the in Jammu. In Jammu Kashmir, is a these are the Jammu Kashmir and also Uttarakhand and Nepal and Sikkim also is there. So Jammu Kashmir. In Jammu Kashmir, there are the in Jammu and Kashmir that Shivalik has another is a Shivalik which is called as a Jammu Hills. Jammu Hills. Sorry. In Jammu Kashmir, that dunes they are called as a Partly Dune. Right. Next to Udhampur Dune. This both are the important dunes in Jammu and Kashmir. In Uttarakhand, here Kotli Dune, Dehradun, and Chumbi Dune. These are the dunes. They are in Uttarakhand. Third, in Uttar Pradesh, Here one of the important dune and Kota dune and Kota dune and also Chambal dune, like this dunes are there. There are in Nepal, Kathmandu. This is one of the important dune in Nepal. So these are some important dunes. These are in Shivalik between Himachal. So next after this dunes, these are this Shivalik hills as another name in different states. So in Jammu Kashmir, these are the Shivalik as called as Jammu hills. In Uttarakhand, these are called as Manako Dudhwa hills, and Nepal Churiya hills. In Sikkim also Churiya hills. In Arunachal Pradesh, Dafla hills. These are the different name of the Shivaliks in different countries, right? So here another local names of Shivalik. Local names of Shivalik. First one, in Jammu Kashmir, these are Shivalik as Jammu Hills also is called. Jammu Hills. Second is in Uttarakhand. In Uttarakhand, these are called as Dudhwa hills. Dudhwa hills are also. In third, in Nepal, which are called as Churiya hills. Churiya hills. And also in Nepal, in Sikkim, is Nepal Churiya, and also in Sikkim also Churiya hills. In Sikkim, Churiya hills. Here also Churiya hills. And fifth one, in Arunachal Pradesh, here they are called as Dafla hills, and also Mismi hills. Mismi hills, Abuhar hills. These are another names like this. These are like this in Arunachal Pradesh. So this is about the Shivalik hills in Himalayas. Right. Next after Himalayans, Trans-Himalayan mountains. Trans-Himalayan mountains. Right. Trans-Himalayan mountains. Right. Fourth one, after Shivalik, Trans or Tethys or Tibet Himalayan mountains. These are the fourth one. Right. Next one, here there are the Tethys Himalayans. There are total number of Himalayan Tethys Himalayans. There are the 6 ranges are there. Ranges. The Trans-Himalayans, which has 6 different type of the ranges. This group of the ranges is called Trans-Himalayan zone. This is the Trans-Himalayan zone also is called. There are the 6 ranges. First one is the Karakoram range. Karakoram range, which is in Jammu Kashmir. This is the Karakoram range. Right. Second one is the Ladakh range. Third one is the Kailash. Fourth one is the Jaskar. Fifth one is the Kunulun. Fifth one is the Kunulun. Sixth one is the Pamir range. These are the important ranges. In Trans-Himalayans, there are the Karakoram range. That second one is the Ladakh range. Ladakh range. Third one is the Kailash. Kailash range. Fourth one is the Jaskar range. Fifth one Kunulun range. Sixth one Pamir range. These are right. This Karakoram range, which extended in 4 countries, is in Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, in India. Maximum length of the Karakoram, which is in India. So on Karakoram range, one of the highest peak is there. The name of the peak K2. So this is in India first highest peak according to the height, and also Karakoram, which is complete composing with the snow field. So there are so many glaciers are there, that on that so many rivers also is taken from glaciers. So many highest peak also is there. On Karakoram mountains, they are one of the highest peak, 8,600 meter height of this peak A2, which is in India. First highest in world, second highest peak. On this Karakoram mountains, generally it is called as a king of the Himalayans, king of the Himalayan rivers. This Karakoram, as one more name, is the backbone of the Himalayan mountain. Backbone of Himalayan mountains. So, is near to the glaciers, near to the K2 one glacier is there. This is Siachen Glacier. This is in 74 kilometer glacier. So in world, this is longest and highest glaciers, which is in India, means in POK, Pak Occupied Kashmir. Generally, this Siachen is called as in world is biggest in world highest battlefield, is in world highest war field, is according to the height, because of their Pakistan and also China and also Indian army. They are the maximum, they are the concentrated on that field. So on this Siachen glacier, so there are some of the controversies also is going like this, is in world highest glacier, that's why which is called as is a highest battlefield in world. So second one is the Ladakh. Is Ladakh which is called as Ladakh. This is in Ladakh Union Territory. Ladakh Union Territory. So, in India, in world highest plateau, that is the Tibet Plateau. In India, which is the highest plateau means that is the Ladakh Plateau. This is Ladakh Plateau. So that Ladakh Plateau, which is on the Ladakh range, which is on the Ladakh range, that is in Ladakh Union Territory, in Ladakh district also is that. So in India is a which is the highest plateau means Ladakh Plateau, Ladakh Plateau. So in Jammu Kashmir, in Ladakh Union Territory, and above the Ladakh Plateau, one of the plain is there, that is the Soda Plain. This is in Jammu Kashmir, one of the biggest agriculture plain also is that is the on Soda Plain is there. Soda Plain, which is in Jammu Kashmir, one of the agriculture region. Right. Kailash Range. So this is the Kailash Range. So this is complete located in Tibet. This is Tibet, above the Nepal, this region which is called as a Tibet. So this Kailash mountains, Kailash mountains, these are in world highest is in world, it is the biggest Hindu spiritual ranges also is called Kailash, because of this Kailash is one of the name of the Shiva. So there are maximum Indian spiritual pilgrims, they can visit to see this Shiva. So they are every year, they are the June, July in months, they are from India, so many batches they can to passes to go to the Kailash to see the and the time there are complete snowfield is there. So at that time there are the Shiva is they are sitting on that on Kailash, they can doing the meditation, and also at that time Shiva is concentrated to create the in universe. So at that time they are the maximum is a spiritual human being, they can go to the Kailash. So this is also is complete covered with the snow, means there are also some of the glaciers are there. In world Hindu spiritual region, that Kailash mountains. So they are on the above of the Kailash, complete covered with the snow. That snow is that melt water of the from glacier, that water, melt water, they can enter into the one of the valley. So that valley, that water valley, which is called as one of the lake, the name of the lake is a Manasa Sarovar Lake. Manasa Sarovar Lake, which is one of the God spirituality, God spiritual lakes also, which is called. So this is one of the in world biggest spiritual lake also, which is called. So from here, from this glacier, one of the river is taken the birth. This name of the river, which is called as a Sindhu River. Sindhu River, which taken the birth from Manasa Sarovar. From that Manasa Sarovar is a Sindhu River is taken. From towards eastern side, from here also one more river is taken. This name of the river, which is called as a Brahmaputra. Brahmaputra River. These both are the rivers. They are in India is a biggest and longest river, maximum river basin rivers in India. They are the Brahmaputra in India, longest and biggest, second longest biggest Sindhu, third longest biggest Ganga. These are three rivers. They can take in the birth in Himalayan mountains. So like this, these are the Himalayan rivers. They are passes from the India, and also is a some of the parts of this rivers is entered into the surrounding countries. So for these rivers, generally they are called as generally they are called as a perennial rivers, because of these are rivers 365 days with water, that's no water, so perennial rivers. So these rivers generally 365 days with water, that's why these are the Ganga, Sindhu, Brahmaputra rivers. They can give the biggest agriculture crops, is a maximum cultivating 365 days by the Himalayan rivers. So these are the Brahmaputra which passes from Manas Sarovar, Kailash towards the India, and Sindhu also taken the birth at Manas Sarovar towards the India to Pakistan. Brahmaputra India to Bangladesh is entered. So this Kailash is one of the important range which has a maximum glaciers are there. From that glaciers is there here is one of the important rivers. They are the pass taken the birth Sindhu. So next important rivers Brahmaputra, and also so many tributaries. Tributaries also is coming from this Kailash. So is in world Hindu spiritual range is the main god is a Shiva. So this year, from here, this world universe is created, world created by the Shiva on that Kailash. Right, next one, Jaskar range. This is the Jaskar, which is a southern side of the Sindhu river, which is also in Ladakh district, which is extended in Ladakh district. Kailash is in Tibet, Ladakh, which is in Ladakh range. So Jaskar is one of the extension range of the Himadri, which is extension range of the Himadri. So Kunlun, this is a Kunlun which extended in China, and also Pamir range. Now about the Pamir range, which is on the above the Jammu Kashmir, means Ladakh, means and the above the India. So this Ladakh range, this Pamir range is one of the notch is look like a notch, like a Pamir, because of these all are the ranges. They are internal structure of this range is coming towards this internal structure of this range. They are connected at Pamir range. The surrounding so many ranges also is there. They all are the ranges. They are there. Center of that ranges is at the Pamir range. That's why which is called as a Pamir notch. So this Pamir range, which is exactly middle of the Asian continent, which is a center of the Asian continent. So on the above of the Pamir range, there are the in world highest plateau is that. The name of the plateau, Pamir Plateau or Tibet Plateau, plateau. So this plateau involved highest plateau, and also which is called as the roof of the world, also which is called. So Pamir range in Asia is a center of the Asia, Pamir plateau, and also Pamir Tibet plateau, which is in world highest plateau, which is called as a roof of world, also which is called. So this is about the Trans-Himalayan. So about this Trans-Himalayans, there are is given some questions. They are given the statement wise. There are this number of questions are given in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana examination, and also from this concept in India in civil service and other central examinations from Himalayan mountains, there are compulsory 2 or 3 questions they can compulsory in civils prelims they can give the, and also this concept is very useful to the mains of civils mains also. So this is the individual concept. So when you can add it all of the Himalayan concept, so like Himachal, Himadri, Shivalik, Trans, they all are you can make it in combination. This is become as one of the main civil concept, one of the civils Himalayan questions is here form. So this is the maximum. There are from Himalayan mountains, there are if you want to form, there are the number of questions also you can form the different questions, like directly or indirectly. There's so many questions, like the thousands of the questions they came from the Himalayan mountains. That 1,000 questions they can formed by from this concept only. So this is in orderly. If you want to keep in your brain, if you want to form is a different type of the questions, direct questions, there are the indirect question. Recently in examination they can giving the maximum is giving in indirectly questions. That indirectly questions they can the combination of the agriculture, the combination of the climate system, and also forest also is included in Himalayan mountain. Because of an Himalayan mountain, some of the forest region also is there. About that forest and Himalayans is the importance of the mountains and hill stations also is there. There are some valleys are there. That glaciers also is there. From that basin also is there. There the importance of that basin, agriculture also is there. There importance of the agriculture crops also there. So by that reason, that agriculture concept also that is entered, they can giving to is a combination is giving agriculture is and forest. And also these are importance of the wildlife centers also that entered into that concept. So now this is looking very small, this looking very vastly syllabus. That's why you can easily feed, you can easily and keep in your brains. So keep it in orderly, but easily too these are is entered into in orderly. This is very easy to is one of the plan. That name of that plan, it will be first you can as a form in the orderly, then you can read that easily, that can enter into the brain. So this is some of the importance of is a Himalayan mountain. So next is I can enter into the Ganga, Sindhu, Brahmaputra plain. So this is in next video.